do you think getting through the last 5 games, one game at a time, as you had to do to get to where you are now, is going to help going into tournament play, where you again have to reset and just look at things individually? Got to win to keep advancing.
Well, after the Memphis game, I told our guys that, you know, you have to look at it. We've been training for the tournament over the last 5 games, because in the tournament, you're in a one-game bracket every time. You got to win that game, survive, and advance. And that's really kind of where we've been for the last 5 games. We couldn't lose any of those 5 games in my mind and feel real good about getting into the tournament, and we were able to accomplish that. So good training for us. And, you know, now it's a new season and everybody's got fresh life, so you got to be ready to go. And it's the same deal. You got to win that one game. Can't worry about anything else until you win that one game.
See any parallel between the 2012 team that also struggled a little bit early, got on track, had a losing streak in conference play, and then got hot late and rode that all the way to the Sweet 16? And do you see the way that they're playing, peaking at the right time? Any parallels there?
Well, I mean, I think we're getting, you know, better offensively, and we seemingly are improving. I know we're improving rebounding, because over the last course of the last 5 games, we went from a +4 on the year to +8, and in the last 3 games we're up to +12. So, you know, you see the improvement coming. We're obviously, I think, a little bit better offensively. So, and winning 5 in a row, yeah, I mean, I think there are some parallels. You know, if you told me right now we're going to go to the Sweet 16, I'd be pretty happy about that. But let's worry about beating whoever we got on this coming Friday.
How different is defending you now that over the last 5 you've got 4 guys in double figures? You've got a guy in Farad that is starting to consistently prove he can get off for, you know, 15, 18 points. Are you noticing teams are having a much more difficult time guarding because you've got so many options?
Well, you know, for us, because we have strength inside, the balance is beginning to happen, and the game within the game, which is, okay, you want to double down on our post, you want to dig hard and all that, then all right, we'll throw it out to our guards and they'll shoot it in or drive by you on the closeout. All right, you want to press out on our guards and don't let them have shots or try to close the gaps on them, then we'll throw it inside and you're one-on-one in there. And when you've got that balance, then you can be a pretty efficient offensive team. And I think we're getting there, and we're not turning the ball over quite as much, and that's got to continue in tournament play if we're going to be good. You know, if we get shots, we're either going to rebound the miss or we're going to make it. And, you know, most of the time, 50% of the time. So you feel pretty good about that.
Will you change anything up going into the tournament as far as practice and the way your guys prepare? Do you stick to the same schedule?
I think we'll change the starting lineup. I think we'll start practicing for 3 hours. And as my daddy said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, we're playing pretty well right now. You know, we will be conscious over this week of body-on-body contact, because, you know, potentially if you play all 3 nights this weekend and then turn around and you could have a couple days rest or prep and then you're right back at it, you could be potentially back at it next Thursday if, you know, all goes well for the NCAA tournament. So got to be careful at this time of the year of not beating them up too much, but still getting some work done, still trying to improve. I think, you know, the one thing I've tried to stress to the guys is we got X number of practices left. We got to get a little bit better in some area in every one of those if we're going to continue to advance. You know, and that's teams at this time of the year either kind of pack it in and they go through the motions, or they concentrate and they do get a little bit better. And, you know, hopefully we get better as we go. And we got a limited number of practices, but got to do that.
Larry, do you have a preferred matchup in South Florida or UConn?
Doesn't matter.
No.
I mean, obviously, UConn at home on their home floor presents, you know, a whole set of, you know, variables, and everybody would say in their favor. But it's the tournament. We got to play. It's about how we play. It's not about who we play or how they play. It's about how we play. Well, if we can control and play the best that we can play, then let the chips fall where they may. But, you know, as far as the preferred matchup, doesn't matter. You know, we got to play on Friday night at 9 o'clock. So, you know, like my dad taught me a lot of things, and probably the best thing he ever taught me was worry about the things that you can control. Can't control who wins or loses that game. Okay, we can control if we're ready to play ourselves.
What's been the difference early in games? Because you guys struggled for a lot of the season, the first 10 minutes or so, and now the last 4 games you've had a double-digit lead pretty much right out of the bat.
Well, I think, you know, we're pushing the ball a little bit more, which is helping us, you know, right from the get-go. We're trying to get it out and go a little bit more, and we're just growing up a little bit and not trying to make plays and passes and things that aren't there. Just be patient, let it happen, make sure we get a shot, and if we get a shot, like I said, we got a pretty good chance of making it, or we'll go rebound it if we miss it. But I think just the consciousness of the guys of just trying to relax and concentrate, focus mentally on don't turn the ball over. Let's get a shot. Let's make them guard and get a shot. You don't have to make something happen after the first pass. And plus, on top of that, pushing the ball a little bit more and trying to get in where we don't play against set defense much early on.
If you go into this tournament and we say, if you do this well, you guys will be successful, what's that one thing that you guys need to do?
Defend and rebound. Just what we've done all year long. If we defend and rebound, then we'll have a chance in the tournament. If we defend and rebound to our potential, those two things, then we'll have a chance. Because again, some nights we'll make shots, some nights we won't. But on the nights we don't make shots, we'll still have a chance to win the game because we defend and rebound. Boring, I know, but it is what it is.